The conspiracy comes full circle as it's revealed that apparently the church do not hold secret papers for all of this, but they do have a dark secret that not even they are aware of. The fact that it's once again confirmed that the Holy Sun Church was formed by the preacher, who had a figurehead who was the first founder of it all. This is the Anger Enemy Fan, the Despair Reviewer, bringing you Fire Brigade of Flames, Chapter 130. As Burns hand over a book, it turns out this is the book of the wife of the first not poet, leader of the church, the first leader, Raphael's the Thirst, and apparently, and according to Burns, the document do not exist. Ever since Burns also has got connection with Adora Link, he lost his faith in the church, and that's why. But he has been hiding it, and trying to find out the more secrets about this world and what is happening. So with that, he discovered this notebook, and but he couldn't find any connect. At first, he couldn't find any connection to the church in the past, but only by coincidence he finds this book, who is a journal starting from the Great Disaster and to the founding of the Empire and the Church of the Holy Sun. And most of the story follows exactly the story on how it was created the first time. The saying that Raphael I led a caravan at the end of a journey to found the Adora's burst, and then they created the center of it, the Amaterasu. So, however, this was written in the view of Raphael the First One, who, as the Joker reads a little bit of it, their notework suddenly makes a note that when Raphael returned for something, the caravan with him was decimated, and he looked like a completely different person. It's very likely he sacrificed his caravan just to create Amaterasu. So, and for that, the wife of Raphael First One started to believe that he was not the same one. And strangely enough, during this connection that he wasn't exactly the same person, Benimaru of all people just mentions that someone who changed his habits and behavior reminds him a lot of someone who could disguise himself in Asakusa a long time ago. Although I don't really know how he can make that connection. But it seems to imply that the artist guy is actually 250 years old, and apparently not even a human, something called an infernal. It's not exactly known what that means. Infernal is the burning people, but he seems to be more than just the burning people. So it seems that very well this confirms it that the Church of the Holy Sun was not founded by humans, by non-humans impersonating Raphaels. So they had to destroy the religion in order to find the truth of the story. So, however, now people are following the church doing that, so destroying it will only unleash chaos. So, as Joker asks who else knows about the truth, but Burns says probably no one, not even the Raphael the Thirst knows. It is then confirmed, yes, that the disguising masked man is indeed Raphael the First, as we also see Enka, that well, yeah, I have to say it, Enka, that bitch, who has now of course gotten the clothes of the the White Hoods. So yeah, this also was a hint a long time ago that when Arthur said that that man didn't have a breath of a living thing. So this does indeed confirm, and it seemed very much the artist man was indeed more than he looked. But the fact that he was the first artist in disguise, that was extremely unexpected. So, and ever since 250 years ago, he created the Holy Sun, not by the peoples, but because of the preacher. All of this is in order to guide humans to Adora, all according to the will of the preacher. So for 250 years, people have been walking, dancing in the palm of the preacher's hands. And now, for the first time in centuries, that may very well be stopped. thanks to a hero. I hope so, at least. So, so there's no real clue about the creature other than the fact that they have all been changed this way. Burns will clean up this mess since there will not be a big incident, mostly because the 7th Brigade captain is, well, a violent man, and the only person that was killed was that abusive person. So it's and he was in the shadows anyway, so it's not any evidence in all this. All in all, it's they still have one lie left to see this truth. But now, after they have investigated church, the next destination is the Hajima Industries, and they have long since been implied to be corrupt. So now we are finally gonna dive into that. However, once again, Burns points out that while the church creates people soothing, and if they destroy their religion they will cause panic, it is also worth noting that Hajima is the center of the empire. So, meaning that if you destroy that, you also destroy the livelihood of the people. So they cannot just barge in and destroy everything else. So they have to investigate on their own. As we see in a moment inside the factory, we see a couple of scientists talking about a doll and an S-class subject. And they even mentioned that the boy that Renka awakened with the bug. Yes, the one who was called Nataka-san. The poor boy that was apparently compatible with Adora, who has now become something very strange, a twisted creature. Well, he has twisted eyes, and he seems to have been captured by Hajima and experimented upon. The fact that they're talking about dolls is extremely uh, disgusting. However, there is only one thing that can save this child now, and that's the arrival of a hero, and we all know who that hero is. Next chapter is called The Seekers. Now with this is wrapped up, will we go back to Shinra and Co? And will the Joker somehow tell this information to the to the 8th Brigade, and they will find a way, because they are the only ones who are meant to find out the truth and destroy it. They are all, everything have been walking into the preacher's arms, but Shinra is the hero, so that for the first time can defy that. At least I hope so. Give me your thoughts if you have any.